Yo, my skin looks really old. Anyways, so I want to make this quick video kind of showing you guys about my new pedal board setup. I've been working on it for maybe the past, well really for like years, but I started putting it together maybe in the past like 3-4 months, and yeah, so I'm gonna dive in and show you guys some really cool things that I was able to do. Okay, so I first wanted to kind of go through the way everything on this pedal board is routed. The brain of the whole board is the Mastermind. I'm using the Mastermind to control via MIDI the H9. I can bring in and out any of these drives out of the loop, and I can also control every single parameter on the Kemper. And so I'm using this as basically like a wild card. It's a volume, it's an expression pedal, it's really whatever I want it to be. And then under the board, if I can get a good shot of it, boom. Under the board, I'm powering everything via Strymon Ojai, and all of my pedals are going into this RJM Mini FX gizmo. And yeah, and I wired everything myself, so if you're trying to get some wiring done, your boy's got the hookup. It's himself. And so yeah, so that's pretty much how it's all wired. And I'm using this hot switch to control parameters on the H9, not for the Super Volt like you would think. Yeah, so that's that. Cool. Alright, so hopefully the camera will stay and you guys can see everything I'm talking about. Ignore my naked knees. The profile I'm using is a Tone Junkie Supro Statesman. So right now this is my Kemper Stomp page. The X Stomp is my crystal delay. It's a really cool like shimmery effect that you can add onto the Kemper. What's cool about the way I have the Kemper set up is I've got a delay before the amp and a delay after the amp. So my before the amp is basically like a tape delay. So it's got a really cool, yeah, you can hear how it kind of tapes off the end. Let me turn up the feedback. Yeah. A lot of guys used to run their effects like that, like the Edge and, well, that's just the only one I can think of right now. Oh, Eddie Van Halen used to do it as well, and like Jimmy Page, they would run delays before the amp because effects loops weren't a thing. So they're really responsive to how hard you hit the note. And then my delay after the amp is basically just like a digital delay. Then my reverb, I've got a Hall program. So if I combined my B and C, combine that with some delay, some crystal, like we played Reckless Love yesterday, so. So that's just my swell setting. And then my next page is my pedals page. Right now I have no pedals on, this is just straight amp with a little bit of reverb. Probably my most used pedal is the Wampler Tumnus. So we got just amp right there. Here's with the Tumnus. I'm gonna make all my neighbors mad. I'm gonna just turn this down. Tumnus just adds a little bit of grit. A lot of people like to run it as a clean boost, but I like a little bit of dirt in there. Then in loop number 1, this is like for my soloing. This is my favorite lead pedal that I've ever found, and it's the Soul Driven, the signature version from Alan Hines. Love this pedal. Like if I'm doing a solo, it's like super harmonic too. And it's not like too much compression or gain, like it's just the perfect amount. The next one I use a lot for like church leads, for lack of a better term, the JHS Superbolt. I've owned almost every type of Superbolt. Those of you who like follow me know. Basically, I had a hand painted one. I borrowed my friend's version 1 for a while. I've tried the ruby red. Is that all there is? Anyways, so yeah, I've done that. And this is like my church lead pedal. Cool. So here's nothing. Bring it in. If you know the Superbolt, you know that that's based off of the old super amplifiers. Yeah, and it's I say this every time I talk about this pedal. It's unforgivingly its own thing, basically. This next one is the Fuzz. What's cool is it doesn't have a tone control. You got your volume, drive, and your bias knob. So this is the type of fuzz, right? The more up it goes, the more of just like a full-on drive pedal it is, and the more down, it's like more of a gated out, like really. Wow, if you heard that. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. I just farted. Just more gain than you could ever need, basically. That's a crazy pedal. Next is the H9. Okay, so I had to interlude real quick about the H9. There are a couple things I didn't mention in the other video that I wanted to make sure I got in there. It has 2 inputs and 2 outputs, if you see right there, and then the 5th one is for an expression pedal, which I'm using the JHS hot switch for. And I've got input 1 and output 1 going into the front of the amp. Input 2 and output 2 are going into the effects loop of the Kemper, which is right here, and that's after the amp block. So I can route any of my H9 effects either before or after the amp based on what I need. For this one, I have it set up to be a spring reverb. And those of you familiar with the H9 know that it's actually capable of anything. It's pretty ridiculous. The coolest part, my favorite part about the H9, you can control it via the H9 control app. So check it out. Here's the app, and I literally have all these really cool parameters. So that's sick. Yeah. That's my pedal board. You probably think I'm crazy. Also, the LT is controlled. I program it via the LT editing software. And the amazing thing about the LT is literally if you can dream it, you can do it. Like, there's nothing I can't do. Also, special shout out to Covenant Cables. Hooked me up with these amazing, basically Mogami quality cables. Like, the connectors are the same ones that Mogami uses. The cable is actually their custom, like, braided cable that's Covenant specific. They make that, and it's a phenomenal cable. The connectors are gold tipped, and they just sound phenomenal. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it made some sort of sense. And, yeah.